So a quick walk around of the IPF 6450 series printer, 24-inch graphic arts printer. Your ink compartment here, door just pops open, lifts up. You've got your 12 ink cartridges here. Again, 130 or 300 milliliter ink tanks are located in this system feed area here. Closes back down. You've got your carriage, print carriage here, and you've got your print head carriage in there, which is located on the side, and that's a normal home position for that. That has two 6-channel print heads in there. Print head carriage located here. This is your print media path here, and what you'll notice if you pay careful attention here is I've got these little vacuum channels here, and that helps the media adhere to the print paper path as it's feeding through for very precise printing. You'll notice in one of the print channels here, there's these little gutters, and in the gutters are a little bit of ink. So the printer has the ability to do full bleed printing. And full bleed printing must be a roll-fed function. You cannot full bleed a cut sheet media. It has to be roll-fed media, and it has to be certain preset widths. So let's see, this is a 24-inch printer here, probably 20, probably 17. So as you go through your print driver and select borderless printing or full bleed printing, so there's no white border around your print, just pay attention that it has to be roll-fed media and certain preset media widths. It cannot be any arbitrary width size for full bleed printing. Okay, so that's your paper path here. Here's your cover. All right. Also, one last note about borderless printing. Pay attention to the instructions here. Before borderless printing, slide the blue switch toward the O marker. So that impacts the suction or paper path workflow to increase preciseness when you're doing borderless printing. Those are these little light blue little block tabs down here. Okay, so that's your print carriage here. This is your, of course, media section here where roll-fed media is fed into the system. Okay, and then once again, if you want to do cut sheet, you can lift this component up here and lift this component up here, and then you can put cut sheet up to 24 inches wide, as narrow as I believe A4 or certainly 8.5 by 11 sheets can be fed one at a time. And if you feed cut sheet media again, remember that the roll paper cannot be in the paper path. It has to be cut sheet or roll fed. Both cannot be administered at the same time into the system. Okay? So you close down here, lock that down, and then close down here, lock that down. This is your ink, this is your paper path, this is your print carriage here. Once again, to review the maintenance cartridge section, before I remove this front little panel piece off, these little units here pop up like this, and you'll notice there's little orange alignment lines here. So this particular model has the option of taking 2 millimeter thick point of purchase display board, and that can be rigid media, and that's actually fed in the system. So you see these little orange alignment lines. When the media is aligned, I believe those little orange alignment lines help you align that media for correct print operation. So these little media holding guides here pop up, and as the media comes down or is set and begins to print, these will actually hold that rigid board up.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Got it. Now I was wondering. I thought maybe you were feeding it that way.
As you lift them,
so
they lift.
That holds it.
Yeah, and then just drop back down here. Okay.
Gotcha.
If you need to remove this piece here to replace the maintenance cartridge or waste ink cartridge, you just go ahead and give it a gentle little pull here.
Yep.
Tug off. This comes off. And then once again, you have your maintenance cartridge here and your cutter blade system here.
Yeah.
The cutter blade is independently driven from the print carriage. This is a service part, not a user replaceable part. So the print maintenance cartridge comes out. It's always very handy to have an extra one of these on the shelf, just like you'd have a waste toner component for your copier. Right? This is chipped, so it cannot be reused, but it's basically a big absorbent cartridge that holds all your waste ink from printhead automatic cleaning or full bleed printing. It all falls in that maintenance cartridge.
When I throw that away, is it damaging to the environment, or just throw it in the garbage?
I believe they can be recycled. I'd have to do some checking on that and see what the full story is about that. All right, so that's your maintenance cartridge. Continuing the walk around, this is the stand. You notice the stand has little lock tabs on it to lock your wheels into place so your printer doesn't roll. Okay. This is your little catch basket, if you will. When correctly installed, this little bar comes up like this, and it gives you the ability to, on some of your lighter weight medias, the print will come out, fall, and it'll drape up to 10, 15, 20 prints if the media is light enough and cooperating. It'll drape in and drop and hold your prints here, like a little mini catch thing. Otherwise, this drops down like this, and then prints would just go ahead and print and just drop in the basket as needed. This can be set back, so there's nothing intruding your walkway here.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the basket. Walking around to the back of the printer, not too much user operation here, nothing really user involved here. The serial number of the printer should be here, I believe. You can also ascertain this information from the front panel of the LCD display here. This little alignment here, I'm sure everything's good here. This printer is actually bolted to this heavy metal stand here. Okay, that's what's going on here. So we make our final way around to the power and interface connection here. This is a standard 110. You can take the printer and plug it into any standard outlet. No special requirements. Anywhere you might plug a lamp or a laptop into, you can go ahead and plug this printer into. Also, every image photograph printer has a network connection at minimum 10100. So fast Ethernet. This is a newer model. This, I believe, has gigabit Ethernet, so it can support 10, 100, 1000 megabit per second. And all our printers have USB 2 printer ports. So you can take your laptop and USB right in the printer and print directly. You cannot take a little memory stick and plug it in here or anywhere on any image photograph printer and print. That's not available. So USB from some type of computer directly to the printer if you don't want to use a network connection, or you can use a network connection and go ahead and share the printer for all users. That's our walk around.